Boy, have we started off with a bang in October, our red October. There is so much pressure going on out there. I got called out yesterday as there was going to be a massive exiting of many souls, as the energy was too much for them. There were 3 others. We pulled 4 clear quartz crystals from Atlantis time and placed them strategically to lift the vibration, as it was just too heavy for so many. And even today, intuitively you can feel it's heavy. So we are all connected to one another, so we are collectively feeling the grief. With everything going on out there, it has become extremely loud, and there is an incredible amount of fear and stress. If you look at what has been rolled out at the moment, it's like a horror movie, and you are playing the lead role. The movie is how to disconnect yourself from the matrix without them taking your soul, as they are on the death roll now. Hence why it's become extremely loud out there. This is where you gain strength like never before to strengthen your mind, your body, and your soul. We have been waiting for this time, and as we are backed into a corner, this is only then that you will go within to gain much more strength, to get yourself out of the situation. It's known as the fight or flight theory. What you need to do is to look at it as if it's only an illusion of the sleepers that are rolling it out for themselves. And don't get caught up in this heavy duty matrix. If you don't resonate to what's rolling out, you need to lift up your vibration and state your declaration of your sovereignty. Once you read this out, you become so much stronger within. It's on my YouTube channel under part 1, Declaration of Your Sovereignty. I will also leave a link below in the comments. When you read it out, say it with conviction and say it as many times as you need to. Disconnect yourself from the movie. If you are feeling fearful, connect with nature and reach out to others that are awake to all of this. So I did a remote view last night. What I noticed straight away when I went out there was massive celebrations were taking place. There were 2 guardians just waiting for me. And as soon as I arrived out there, it was as though they already knew I was coming. They called out for me to come with them. Come on, is what I heard. Though I was already a few minutes late. They made me aware of that too. Quick, come, as you're going to miss out on the celebrations. So I followed them straight away, and I could hear all the cheering from the public, and I noticed this car slowly driving amongst the crowd. It was a convertible, just like JFK's car on the day of his assassination. Somehow it felt so significant, as this was November back then. In the car was Melania, Trump, Princess Di, and JFK with the biggest grins on their faces as the public cheered them on. Everybody was cheering. It was the hype of vibration. It was all the awoken souls that had broken free from the spell. The energy was so ecstatic, exciting. It was just so electrifying while the procession took place. The happiness in the air was unexplainable. I don't think there was a dry face in the crowd from crying. They were crying with the knowing the spell had been broken. So seeing life in people's eyes once again was incredible. It filled my heart with so much joy just watching them. You could see for the first time the reconnection to their heart, mind, body and soul. They knew it was over. The peace, the joy was real. I looked around and there were other cars. They showed me all the different souls that had left this earth that we had known. Celebrities, they had all left for their own safety because there was a cover-up. There were all these amazing people coming back as these celebrities that we thought had taken their own lives. They were healthy and happy. They knew what they had done, faking their deaths, was the right thing that had to happen for a bigger reveal. Hollywood has been abandoned already, so that's what they, showed me. They now were free to be the soul that they had come on earth to be, but they were under a control of the Satanists that controlled them. You could see it in their eyes. They were looking and knowing and feeling from the people for what they had gone through. I recognised so many of them, and it was like trying to take it all in, much like a memory game. They were all free. They were revealing to the world that they hadn't gone, they hadn't left. They were just in hiding for the right time, divine timing, God's timing. It was huge. It was an amazing thing to witness. I was then taken off to be shown our land in New Zealand, as it will be the same thing all around the world. As the ground has been stripped bare of all the nutrients, it is dead soil. For the chemicals that have been used have destroyed the minerals in the land. I asked them, what are we meant to do? How do we get it back? They then showed me the gentleman down south that they had challenged. I remember seeing it. He stood up against them because he had created an alternative product, that he worked with the land and restored it. He got the other farmers to try it on their land, and it had nourished the land naturally through the pH balance. It had turned the clock, the cycle of the quality of the soil back. Can't remember the gentleman's name. It was him and his wife. They fought the system. It's probably still going on now. All he was doing was teaching farmers how to get their crops and their grass to grow, to enhance the feed for the animals. Then in turn, the production of the animal and the meat production would be enhanced. What they did show me also was once man has the proper tools, the nutrients will be rejuvenated. And then all of a sudden, they then showed me the land recycling itself. The energy that came through will enhance the land once more. The land looked incredible. I'd never seen it look so enhanced ever before. They showed me the violent shaking of the land deep down under Christchurch. It did not feel real. They made me go in the land. So I'm talking under. And I literally experienced this shaking. And we know what I'm talking about there. I looked around and I knew in my heart and my soul that this was not Mother Earth rocking her body. It totally felt foreign, as though this was a target on this part of our country for bigger reasons. I tried so hard to help her out, and she looked so sad. And then I knew it was not Mother Earth, but man's doing. They then shot me off to White Island in the centre of the volcano, as I had officially walked it with a friend, and I recognised her energy. I talked to the volcano, and the pain from her was unbearable, as I sat there crying from my soul. Again, the mountain was talking to me, that it tried so hard not to erupt, but it had been under attack. The pure sadness from nature, when you tap in, will tell you the truth. So once again, this is not God's energy to cause so much pain to so many. I said to them, don't show me another down south, as the energy was of the same, and I could not bear to see any more of the deceit. They showed me that there was international interference with our leaders and the complete cover-up. So I'll leave that part there. It was just too much for me to go in and relive what everybody had gone through. I remember going in after. That was not nice. I had to sit out there for a wee bit to compose myself, as I know I have done all this research over the past years to back up all the insights that I have been having for the last 10 years. To actually see for myself in real life takes you to another level. You have to ask yourself, why is there instantly massive new laws that come straight out after an event? And here we are again, massive restrictions and massive deaths, from suicide to loss of jobs and businesses, and sadness in people's eyes now. You can certainly see the zombie-like state of people are walking upon earth when they take the substance. It's like a trance state. They are all in that we have no heart if we don't participate in the genocide. They then moved me on and showed me there will be a shift. For the ones that have had their JJs, something will shift in them, which will be used for the benefit of waking them up. For they too will see and realise, for the energies of the ones that have woken far and wide have carried the light codes, and they have been placed in the right locations all around the world. They have gathered more and more and more the heart and soul and the frequency of others that are of like-minded, have all congregated. They are raising the vibration with pure love from their souls. They are connecting with like-minded people to gain strength from one another. They showed me the incredible amount of angels that are around the ones that call for extra internal help. It was so incredible to witness. This is when you know it is the truth. It is not a spoken word. It is an exchange of energy. And as we are vibrational beings, we do not resonate to a verbal language of control and dictatorship. We live in a matrix. But the matrix is failing. It is crumbling, falling apart. It doesn't hold like it was. Then I was shown a complete calmness over the land as this heavy negative energy no longer existed. The key right now is the stronger we become in our own right, light, we will find the inner strength to stand up. All around you now, you will see the different behaviours of many, how angry and bitter they are towards you when you stand in your light and you're happy. They're showing you just who they really are. So don't argue with them, send them love and walk away. You are realizing that you don't connect with them any longer. So stay true to yourself and stay in your heart space, as this is all for a bigger purpose. It will be all revealed in divine timing, as it is to roll out this way for you to see, as many that have walked upon the earth were not human. You will also notice that you will not like the tone of the loudness, as it is too dense along with the sadness. Notice now that you will want to go within. So listen to this. Don't fight it. Please don't fight it, as you will become stronger. You will take in the guidance from within and integrate with the higher guidance of the universal law. I also remember sitting out there, taking it all in, as there was so many light beings that are upon the earth plane now. I just got used to seeing them as it was normal for me. When you look at your life, we have been made to fear them, but I can assure you They're just beautiful beings. And they are awaiting for the shift of consciousness. For they walk amongst us. And we will see them. At the moment, we can't. Because there is a veil between us as they resonate on a much higher frequency than the one we resonate here on earth. When the shift of consciousness happens, they will indeed help us on our path. Well, they're actually helping us now, but we'll see them helping. I know for a fact that the most horrific negative energies have completely left, as they have all been taken off the planet. As yes, I participated in a spiritual war the whole time while you slept at nights. 6 months ago, we got told to stand down. I randomly will go out there and check that we are safe. And I can say 100%, they are no more. The only ones I can definitely say is the illusion of the others. They will manifest and they still have a weakness to that energy. So it gets manifested out. So they're the ones that you will feel at different times. They told me that if you dream of a negative energy, it is your subconscious clearing the past out. Dreams are very vivid at the moment, as though you were right there. You are sorting so much to lighten your load so you can evolve. Look around yourself now. The way we are living is not substantial. Everything is an illusion of a cult. An illusion that has been made up for centuries. Everything is entangled by laws that have been created by man. They are absolutely a mirror image of what is real. When you reclaim your own soul, you step out of the matrix and disconnect yourself. You untangle yourself as though you step out of a bubble that has completely encased you your whole life. Imagine now stepping outside of yourself and letting it go. The more of us that do this, it helps tilt the scale over to the positive side. The dark side becomes weaker and weaker because they have used our soul for their own strength. When we disconnect ourselves from the matrix, it cannot be sustainable. It will all fall apart. So the more of us stand in our own light with the universe, we claim our strength because we know the law of man is not holding. As I go higher out there were so many different levels. So I decided to go out where the military and the generals were, as it was a hub of activity. The numbers on the electronic panels that I witnessed the first time I did the remote view 1, they were rising. It was the looking glass technology. They were ticking over much faster now. It's like the countdown is really on. They're watching both boards from all around the world. They're getting everything ready. The timing feels more secure. It's like everybody is ready. They've done the double checks, triple checks. Things are all in place. Even when I look back down, it's like all the guardians have aligned everybody up to where they need to be at this time. It certainly has shown me the difference to what we have been living in. But all this has to fall away. It has to crumble. For once it crumbles, game on. It'll be like a mirror image of what could have happened. It's starting to look more like a silent war zone. Right down to the papers you need to carry around. They flashed me back to Nazi Germany time. So disconnected from their version that they are getting to feed into. So don't disconnect from the version that they are getting you to feed into. So disconnect, I should say. And stay strong in yourself, because you will not be affected. They will be switching on higher frequencies to help wake people up, because the fear is becoming too overwhelming for them. With you watching this video now, this is where you come into play. Yes, you. You are of the light. as you would not have watched it thus far if you weren't. You could feel it in your heart and your soul that you want to help. We've all been prepped in our sleep state for downloads. No matter how hard this journey is right now, you have been called up to shine the light on the dark and strengthen yourself up and become the warrior that carries the light codes to help humanity at this time. No matter what you have gone through with your loved ones and friends, put all this aside and be there for them as they need you soon. They'll need you. It's like a cylinder that gets flipped. So the people of the light stay, and the ones that support the dark can no longer hold on. I'm also looking at the weakened ones. Some of them, it is of their journey, that have chosen to walk this path. Others have the opportunity and their will become strong to move through it. There will be quite an incredible amount of people that will regret what they have done. But it is something that will shift in time, depending on their mindset of change. For some, it will be a rescue. For the batch they took is of saline. For others, depending on their contract, they will leave. So much will happen in this month of October. It is a build-up. For November will be clearer as it starts flipping to the opposite from bad to good. So the movement starts in October, which, God damn it, we are really noticing it. But please fear not. There's so much goodness to come of it. Ask yourself, how are we meant to move on if we don't get the dark side to show themselves as what they had in plan for us? You cannot take the negative vibration through to the higher frequencies. It is not possible. So this is why they will not survive through this. You will need to unite and gain strength in your knowing. For the ones that will not let go of the illusion we are made to endure, they need to be shown. It is the only way, for when they see it, they will believe it. It needs to shock them to the core. They have been under the spell where they have disconnected to their true spiritual self. They have shut it down on their religious belief has guided them onto this path, as most are part of a false god. When this comes out, it will rock their soul. There are some that will never be able to awaken from the deep spell. They will stay here as they will need to till they learn. At the rest will journey in the awakening, which will soon be upon us. There are different levels of when people leave and move forward. It is an exciting time. It's like showing a teenager there are consequences to their actions. If they had gone down the path that they had chosen, they are getting shown now what would have taken place if the parent had not intercepted and shown them the wrongs of what they had chosen, of their decisions, if that makes sense. This isn't exactly what has happened throughout the world. It is the deception that has been in front of you, and many now have woken and started questioning, as an inner knowing has now sat right deep down inside. They believed in a reality that doesn't exist. It is made up from pure greed and corruption to the highest levels. Vibrationally, it is dead. They have been deceived as they have ignored their inner voice. It is one that have worked with the meditative states and gone and connected with their trees, spent time with the sea and connected with the animals and really opened their spiritual self up, that have awoken. They can feel the vibration and the love in the spiritual self and can see right through the false world. They have been totally afraid as they cannot understand why people around them cannot see the same. For others have poo-pooed what has gone down. You will find they are disconnected. So it has been easier to program them. You recognise who they are as they won't seek the alternative, as they place so much emphasis on backing it up with science, but they never understand that science can be one-sided from an occult side. That there were more laws upon anything natural. The minute you connect to your spiritual self, the occult loses their grip that they had on you. Many alternative people have disappeared, for the freedom of cancer is one out there. But guess who gains from the illness? All you need to do is follow the money trail and you will find your answer, and it has not been hidden. Anyone that went against the realm has disappeared. Many have been able to channel information through to help humanity. God gifted people water and man charges. Why? Many have accepted it and have had to pay rates on that water. If you think about it, why should we be charged when it is gifted to you? Most of your life has been a lie. You are untangling yourself now. It takes time to unravel, to get your head around things. For when you accept it and understand it, you will then seek more. It will become a hunger of learning who you are and how do you fit into this world. It is only when you will feel comfortable and safe that you will seek more. This is a parallel universe out there waiting for you to tap into. The universe is vast. There are no restrictions. A complete cleansing will take place. So focus now where you are wanting to go and what you are wanting to see. So start working it out now and start visualizing what you want in your life now. And where are you wanting to go? They showed me there is more than enough money that comes through to everyone. Everyone on the planet, as this was stolen from you from the minute you were born. It is coming to you very soon. You will not want for anything. So hold the line on this. For all that I see is for so many in poverty will all be well looked after. All these homes will be built as it's incredible. That's all I can see. It's amazing the amount of homes. Yeah, and the land and everything is alive. It's all I ever see. There'll be homes for everyone. Clothes, food, they will never want for anything. The happiness from the children struck me straight away. It was like songbirds singing, listening to the children's voices on how free they are as they play outside. The animals are free as well, as we don't eat the animals, as that was a ritual thing, for the animals will be free. You'll be connected to the animals as you'll be telepathically talking with them, as they will be part of your healing. So many restrictions we have on us will no longer be. The vibration of us will lift so high that you can only resonate on the higher vibrations. You will never go back. You cannot think of a negative thought, as it does not exist. I can't think of any negative thought when I'm out there. I can assure you it just doesn't resonate, especially on the higher realms. The healing of your soul will be plenty, so fear not, people, we will be healed, as everyone will be together. There was so much wrong done to us all, and this will be corrected. So do not be impatient, as it is of all divine timing. Everything is getting lined up right now, and nothing will stop what is happening. We are over the tip of the threshold, and it can only go right over. For what I see, you would not want to go back. When I look right out there, it is all crumbled. It is gone. Everything that we see now has gone. It does not exist. So let go of it. Untangle yourself, stripping yourself down from the restrictions that have been placed on you, right down to the income that you have to earn to survive, to put food on the table. Ask yourself, what if food was free? What if the accommodation was free? What if electricity was free? The water was free? Along with being free yourself, a free sovereign being. Right down to running your car is free. Where are your restrictions then? As there is none. For then you will feel free, and when man and woman feel free, their vibration lifts. Only pure happiness. When you can have what should have been free in the first place, you will live the way in which God set the earth for us to live. The vibration is not of taking, it is of giving and sharing. Everyone is rebuilding in their lives. It is a new kingdom of peace and no restrictions. Feel it in your heart, for you will be free. Just hold the line, as it's not much further. It has to go through the sequence to show the ones that cannot see. They believe this world that we are all living in is real, and it has to be this way at the moment. Intervention comes through when you take a stand. You have tried so much, so it has to look worse for some, will collapse, and it will get to the point where a squeeze has squeezed the life force to rid the evil out. So hence why the pressure has been put on, not only to squeeze the life, to only squeeze the life out of the evil. It will all fall away when the double-jabbed recognise that their livelihood will be threatened as well. Just know that we all have got this, and incredible energy comes through is one that you will recognise. You will not even question it for one moment. And all I can say here is that it has to be this way. It has to be the sequence that's playing out. Because honestly, man has to be shown what has been going on out there, and without being seen and going through this pressure building to be released. How we meant to clear it off if you never understood and never saw it. By seeing it this way, it is the only way. So look, we've done the last 2 years this way. So, oh my God, what's another month at least? You can do it. Stand tall and just recreate your life, even though there's maybe massive restrictions that don't come on you. Too bad. It's worth it, because there is going to be a lifetime of freedom that is around the corner. And what is one more month? So hold the line, buckle in, put your seatbelt on, pull your big girl undies up, like I always say to my friends. We have got this. I hope this has helped. And that was the channel that I went through, and when I did the remote view, and all I see, honestly, all I see is the end game. And yeah, it's a bit tight and you were restricted. Well, whoop t-shirt. That's the one. Sorry, me swearing, but yeah, you can do this. It's only that much longer. You've got this. So like and subscribe to my channel, Karen O'Dowell YouTube channel, because I'll be bringing in more every couple of days. So go out there and fly high. Love you. Bye.